Hi, I'm Orion, and I'm going to show you how I personally make my thumbnails for One Last Year. Hang on. So first off, what you're going to want to do is get into Photoshop, set your width to 1920, height to 1080. Make sure your background's transparent. Personally, I just prefer to work when I have like a transparent background. And then just click create. So what I like to do is first off, I find sort of a part of my video that I want to be the thumbnail. So yeah, I chose this bit from my Amsterdam video. I don't know what order, I never know what order videos are gonna come out. They just are what they are. And I'm making this basically from scratch, by the way. So take a screen grab. On Windows, it's Windows Shift S. And it'll come up with a sort of thing to sort of select an area. And then, yeah, it'll appear in your clipboard. So then you can just paste it into Photoshop. And I've just realized the one I did earlier didn't work. So I just have to whoop-ah. There we go. That'll be screenshotted. Snip save to your clipboard. If you're on a Mac, it's I can never I always have it like in my muscle memory what's on Mac, but I can never remember what the keystrokes are. So oftentimes I will like select bits and put things into a different layer. So I'm gonna rename this to original photo. This is probably gonna be the top. And then I'm gonna copy that. So we have these two layers. What I'm gonna do is hide the bottom layer, keep the top layer. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out all the people from this. So I'm gonna use the Magic Wand tool. This allows me to, you know what? No, I'm gonna just use a rectangle tool to cut out most of this. So now comes the tricky part, which is making sure that Magic Wand deletes what you want and keeps what you do want. So as you can see there, I have to adjust the tolerance. I'll have that. Yeah, sometimes it can be a little bit sketch. So you just want to make sure that it deletes what you want and keeps what you do want. Alright, so now I've done most of what I can with Magic Wand. I'm just going to go in more with the rectangle tool and just delete any sort of, I like to call them crumbs. So I think I'm going to have to use the eraser, just to clean things up a little bit further. Right, you know what? That's about as much effort as I can be bothered to put in for this thumbnail. I might be wondering, wait, why are you bringing that back in, that bottom layer? Well, that's going to be my background. When I make my thumbnails, I always use groups to differentiate foreground and background. And background, I will almost always use some sort of color fill. So I'll make a new layer, make it purple. I'll just hide the foreground for now. And then I'm going to choose a blending mode that would make sense for this. Usually I like to, you know what, I think that looks decent. And I think also I'll make this layer black and white, just for the funsies. And I'll create 2 new groups. Text. So I usually have the number of the video in the bottom left hand corner. And so yeah. Oh, I just realized there's also another big thing. It's my scribbles. And for that I need to whip out my graphics tablet. I'm just going to save this because I should have saved this when I started. Adobe products always like to crash on me, especially Premiere Pro, because I like to edit off of an external SSD, so it kind of becomes a bit hectic. Right, I am going to do the scribbles, the classic orionzspark scribbles are coming back. So I'm just going to again create a new group, scribbles, and a new layer. I like to keep my things organized. I'm going to put it, there we go, scribbles. And now here's the fun part. I like to scribble around on my image. So what I do is I zoom in a little bit, and I just like to draw out the outline of what's already there. I'm using a graphics tablet, and so I've done my scribbles. Now I'm going to put my text in. So I use the font Amiri, and you know what? That's going to be the title of the... I feel like that's a bit of a shit title for a video, but I feel like that there's no better way to say it really. It's just Amsterdam. Ow. So what I always like to do when it comes to text, so that I can make them stand out a little bit and sort of make them fit my brand, I'll create a new layer, place it under the text, and just draw a box. And that sucks because rectangle, make it black. There we go. And then I'm going to make it slightly bigger. In fact, I think I'll just put this right up at the top. So there's my text done. Now I need to put the OLY counter. So I'll just copy and paste it from a previous thumbnail. And boom, that is pretty much it for this thumbnail. And that's also it for this video. I'll just export it as JPEG and then upload it with the video. I've been Orion signing out. Sorry, I got I think I got heartburn.